Title 42 is a public health order that was issued by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in March 2020, at the onset of the coronavirus pandemic. It allows border agents to quickly expel migrants who cross the US-Mexico border without considering their asylum claims, citing the risk of spreading COVID-19. The policy is based on a decades-old law that gives the CDC director authority to take emergency action to prevent the spread of communicable disease. Since its implementation, Title 42 has been used to expel more than 2.8 million migrants at the border, according to U.S. Customs and Border Protection data. Many of them have been sent back to Mexico, where they face dire conditions and violence from criminal groups. Human rights advocates and some Democrats have criticized Title 42 as a harmful measure that violates U.S. and international law and dismantles the country's asylum system. The Biden administration has promised a more compassionate and humane immigration policy than that of his predecessor, Donald Trump, who moved in myriad ways to restrict the flow of newcomers to the country. However, Biden has also kept Title 42 in place for most migrants, arguing that it is necessary to protect public health and manage the unprecedented surge of migrants crossing the southern border. But that could soon change. The policy is set to expire on May 11th, as the Biden administration is ending the COVID public health emergency nationally. The emergency declaration was the legal underpinning for Title 42's border restrictions, in addition to a number of other policies. The end of Title 42 could have significant implications for the Biden administration's immigration policy and for the situation at the border. Officials predict that lifting Title 42 is likely to spur a significant increase in the number of migrants trying to cross into the U.S., as many of them are desperate and losing patience after being expelled multiple times. Some officials also warn that smugglers are spreading misinformation and exploiting migrants for financial gain, promising them easy entry into the U.S. once Title 42 is lifted. The Biden administration faces legal and political challenges as it prepares to end Title 42. On one hand, it faces lawsuits from immigrant rights groups who argue that the policy is unlawful and unconstitutional. On the other hand, it faces pressure from some Republicans and Democrats who say that ending Title 42 is premature and risky, given the ongoing pandemic and the lack of resources and infrastructure at the border. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas has said that the administration is working on a plan to phase out Title 42 in a safe and orderly manner, but he has not provided any details or timeline. He has also urged would-be migrants not to fall victim to smugglers' deception and not to risk their lives and life savings by trying to cross the border illegally. The expiration of Title 42 could mark a turning point in the Biden administration's approach to immigration and asylum at the border. It could also test its ability to balance its humanitarian commitments with its enforcement responsibilities amid a complex and dynamic situation.